Samana. Hello, Samana. We have Samana. We have Ayush. Okay. So there are many students I know they are going to turn up today. So let's have a quick round of interaction. What say? Hi Ayush. Hi Samana. So all new students I have never met before. So a fresh batch. Yes. Hi Ayush. Hi Indira. Okay. So may I know from where are you people from? A brief introduction. Tell me about yourself. Come on. Anything about yourself. Indira is Kolkata. Okay. Or Kolkata which school? Hello Sophia. Hi Adila. Isha. Okay. Okay. DAV. Indira is from DAV. Delhi. You're from Nagpur, you live in Allahabad, alright. Abhay is from Bangalore. Oh my god, I have Indian diversity completely represented in this class. Huh? DPS Allahabad, okay. Amity Delhi, Orissa. Any one of you know me in this batch? Okay, any one of you have taken the live classes before with the Merit Nation? Have you people taken the live classes? Yes, no. Yes, no, 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 no. So, hello Shravani. So this is the first time. Okay, this is all right. So this is a new concept for you people. All right. So since many students are joining in, it's time to just give me some time. Take 1 minute's time. We'll take 1 minute's break. So let all the students join in because you know when I have this back complete and then I can start. What's it? Yes? Okay. Till then, a brief introduction about me. My name is Sushrita. Okay? My name is Sushrita Das. And I will take your online classes for SST for all these classes that you will be having. That is concise history, geography, your pol science and economics. Alright? Hi, Chetan. So, who took your previous, you people had a class yesterday? Anyone who had a class yesterday? Okay, which subject? Which subject did you have? Maths. Who took that class? Which teacher took that class? You know the name of the teacher? No? Okay. All right. So, so now I know I have introduced myself. So today what we are going to do is, today we will be studying the 3 important chapters that are there in your syllabus for your essay 2 examination or your board papers. Correct? That is what we are here for? Yes. Okay. So before that, let me tell you that there is one chapter. There is just one chapter that is common for every one of you. Correct? You have Rise of Nationalism. Yes, that is what I am saying. You have Rise of Nationalism in India. That is common for everyone. Apart from that, you have a choice, right? You have a choice of either choosing Rise of Nationalism in Europe or Rise of Nationalism in Indo-China. Correct? Okay. So, how many of you have chosen the topic Rise of Nationalism in Europe? How many of you have taken the first chapter? Samana, okay. 3 people, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all right. Okay. How many of you have taken the chapter of your Rise of Indo-China? Okay. So I see more people have opted for Indo-China, correct? Now, it is my personal take. This is my personal take. I have found out of the 2 chapters, that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe and Rise of Nationalism in Indo-China, Rise of Nationalism in Indo-China is a comparatively much more easier a topic. And in fact, it is much easier to score marks also in that topic for that chapter. Rise of Nationalism in Europe is a bit confusing because I don't know whether you people get confused. I am not that intelligent a student, okay, a teacher. So I am very blunt-headed teacher. So for me, that chapter was very confusing. I mean, you know, if somebody would have given me to write answers, I would have got confused. But you people are intelligent, you will be able to answer well. I know that. Okay. So, by the way, Uh, Out of these, shall we start? We will see, since this is a recap class or this is a concise form that we will be doing, we won't go into the details of every topic. Correct? We are not going to go into the details of every chapter. What we are going to do is, I will show you the slides that I have prepared that will cover the entire chapter. After that, we will be picking up some important questions, some important topics, and then we will discuss them. Is it fine for you people? Is that okay? Or good. If you people think that you people are getting confused, you are not liking the way I am teaching, then please stop me then and there. All right? Clear? Okay. Just answer a plain question. Let me talk about the first 3 chapters. Can you tell me what is the common concept that binds all the 3 chapters together? What is common in all these 3 concepts? Oh, lovely, Indira, correct. We are talking about nationalism. All right. Now, since nationalism is so important, the first question comes up. What is nationalism? Okay. What is nationalism? When I say the word nationalism, feeling united, united for a country, all right? Unity, okay? Yes. A sense of identity, very good. A sense of belonging to a nation. I belong to India. That bond that we are talking about, I identify myself to be an Indian. That is nationalism. The spirit of bonding for one's country, that is nationalism. But however, don't get confused between nationalism. Nationalism is different, patriotism is different. Okay? So when you, for example, you listen to all these songs, like, there are several patriotic songs like Meri Desh Ki Dharti, Sona Ugle, and tell me a few other songs that you hear on 15th of August, 26th of January. Vande Mataram, yes. Matu Jesala. So what happens? A spirit of love emerges, it comes up. That is patriotism. But I identify myself with this particular nation. I feel India is the supreme of all nations. There is no other country better than India. That is the spirit of nationalism. Correct? You can say nationalism is a level higher than patriotism. Very good. Ye desh hai veer jawano ka. I don't remember after that. So all these 3 chapters that we are talking about, the common element is nationalism. All right. Now, the first chapter that we will be talking about is rise of nationalism in India. So, why do you think nationalism developed in India during this period? Why are we talking about nationalism? What developed the spirit of nationalism in India? Yes? Why? Because we were very happy, so nationalism developed. What led to the development of nationalism in India? Sophia, what was the cause of rise of nationalism in India? Very good, Adila. It is because of the British rule. Yes. Now the British came to India. They started exploiting us. They started ruling over us. So naturally, we wanted to free ourselves from the clutches of the British rule, and hence the spirit of nationalism developed. We thought, oh my God, we are Indians. How is a foreign power coming to our country and ruling over us? How is this possible? Correct? This is why nationalism developed in India. Clear? Okay. Why did nationalism develop in Vietnam or Indo-China? Why did nationalism develop in Indo-China? Yes, because of the French rule. Condition was similar. The French were ruling over Vietnam, so naturally, spirit of nationalism developed. Rise of nationalism in Europe. Why did nationalism develop in Europe? The first chapter I'm talking about. Why did it develop in Europe? Yes? Inequality, multi-dynastic rules, isn't it? One dynasty is ruling over people of different ethnic groups. So now they thought that, oh my God, where is my identity? My identity is a separate community, I'm losing it. Correct? So I need to ascertain, I need to establish my identity. From here, the development of nationalism happened in Europe. Correct? So in three chapters, you see, dominance is the basic reason why nationalism develops. This much is clear. Anyone having any problem till now? You are liking the class? Yeah? Class boring? Is the class boring? So I will try my level best to make history interesting for you. Okay, it would have been so much of fun if I could have got all of you together in my classes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, so let us study. We will quickly recap. We will have a quick recap of the chapter of rise of nationalism in India. So in India, we study what is the rise of nationalism. We know what is nationalism. Is when you develop the sense of identity, you develop the sense of, you feel proud of the common history. Yes, we as Indians, we have the same history. We are part of the same culture. We have the same history. That nationalism develops. However, in this chapter, we see that since the British started ruling over India, the spirit of nationalism started rising. Moreover, what happened? So I am trying to have a quick recap of all the three chapters. So listen to me very attentively. Clear? Okay. Rise of nationalism in India also happened because of the First World War. First World War, who was fighting the First World War? The British fighting the First World War. Britain was a part of the First World War. India had nothing to do with the war. However, the British, what were they doing? They were appointing Indian soldiers in the war. And the Indians were dying in the war for the Britishers. Moreover, Britishers were not able to handle the economic situation in India during that time. As India was completely helpless, they needed a leader who would take control of. As a result of it, not as a result of it, it was in this situation that Gandhiji comes to the forefront. Till now, Gandhiji was actually practicing where? Where was he working? Till now, before he came to India, where was he working? South Africa. Correct. He was working in South Africa. And then he comes to and his instruments were very different. He did not have shotgun. He did not have a sword. But instead, he had different political instruments. What were these political instruments? Very good. Come on, right? Non-violence, ahimsa, passive resistance, truth, self-sacrifice. Okay? With all these ideologies, he came to India. But before he could establish or launch an all-India movement, he thought of it is better to practice, my instruments in small levels. So that is the reason he practiced it in Champaran, Hera, Ahmedabad. Champaran against the European planters, Hera against high land tax, Ahmedabad against the low wages that were being paid to the factory workers. Correct? Clear? All of these things you people have studied? Yes, very good. All these situations in all these places, what happened was just a moment. Yes, there was some technical problem. So in all these places, the movement was successful. During this time, the Britishers launched the Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act is also known as the Black Act. What is the Rowlatt Act? Quickly write it. Quickly write what is the Rowlatt Act. That Britishers could arrest anyone without any reason. They could a person could be put in the prison for 2 years without any cause or notice. No fair trial for 2 years. Indians could not accept it. So Gandhiji said, now it is the time that we launch your all India protest. So protest started happening in Delhi, Ahmedabad, Punjab, in different parts of India. It was during this time that on April 13, 1919, which event took place? Which event is? Which was the event that took place? Jallianwala Bagh. Jallianwala Bagh is where? In which city? Amritsar. Amritsar is in which state? Okay. Two very important leaders were arrested from Punjab. One was Dr. Satyabal and the other was Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu. As a protest, there was a meeting that was being held in Jallianwala Bagh. General Dyer comes in, opens fire on the crowd, thousands died. It was after that Gandhiji said, no more tolerance of the British rule. We will not tolerate British rule anymore. As a result, he decides to launch the non-cooperation movement. However, if he has to launch the non-cooperation movement, he needed the support of the Muslims also. Muslims till now did not, support Congress too much. They were mostly with the Muslim League. So it was during this Khilafat movement happened. Gandhiji extended his help to the Khilafat movement. And when he extended Congress's help to the Khilafat movement, Muslims said, okay, we will support the non-cooperation movement. Correct? All the details of just look at the slides. Since this is a recap class, I have 1.5 hours to complete the entire syllabus. So I'm just going through it. You can go through this video once again, and if you look at these slides, you will see your chapter will be complete. In fact, these slides are much well made and better informed, not in a boring form as it is given in your textbooks. You have images, you have cartoons, you have everything. So it is fun. Yeah? Okay. So Gandhiji extends Muslims extend the support, and finally the non-cooperation movement is launched. First of all, the resolution was put forward in Kolkata. However, then it is next accepted in the Nagpur session of the Congress. And what happens? Basically, the main idea was don't cooperate with the British. Correct? And Indians, they did that. They did not support or cooperate with the British in any way. And this movement started spreading in the towns in different manner. Students stopped going to school, teachers stopped going to school, lawyers could quit their services. Many people did not attend the elections. Dandi March is much later style. However, you are saying that don't wear, your British textile. But, how long can you keep on wearing khadi? Problem, because khadi is very expensive. If I have to wear your machine-made textile, it is comparatively much more easier for me to wear. It is sasta, it is cheaper. And due to various other reasons, it did not work much. Moreover, this non-cooperation movement started spreading in different places. So, for example, in Awadh, it was taken care by Baba Ramchandra. Whatever happened, see how well it has been made. You can go through these slides again, right? So like the place was Awadh, leader was Ramchandra, who were the participants was the peasants, movement against whom? The talukdars and the landlords. What were the problems that were faced by the peasants? It has been given to you separately. So if you go through these slides, it will be much easier for you to remember, recollect your classes before your board exams. All right. Okay. Okay, who just asked? Baba Ramchandra was actually a sannyasi who worked in Fiji as a indentured laborer. So the question can come, who is Baba Ramchandra? So you will say Baba Ramchandra was a sannyasi who worked in Fiji as an indentured labor. Correct? Okay. After this, you have about what happened in Andhra Pradesh. Who took care of it? It was Alluri Sitaram Raju. Then what happened in Assam? Plantation workers, how did they arrange it? After this, we are coming to the civil disobedience movement. Okay. Now, why did the non-cooperation movement come to an end, or which was the event that was responsible for bringing an end to the non-cooperation movement? Chatli Chora or Chori Chora? Nandita, I will answer your question. Just wait. Okay. Yes, because the mob went and attacked the police station in Chori Chora and they burned the police station. So Gandhi said, "What is this? I am preaching non-violence, and the people are still practicing violence. That means my people are not ready for the war. Means my people are not ready for the movement. So people have to be trained more. Clear? All right. So that is the reason it was withdrawn. Naturally, there were different leaders like Subhash Chandra Bose, Jawaharlal Nehru, and many young leaders. They said, "Oh no, you shouldn't have pulled back the movement right now. It was gaining momentum, and now you're calling back the movement." All right. Now, moreover, it was during this time Muslims were also feeling alienated. They thought that Congress is full of Hindus, so they started siding with Muhammad Ali Jinnah. It was during this time, 1929, the world depression happens. Okay, economic condition of completely into. Yes, I told you Chori Chora incident, isn't it, Sophia? Chori Chora is in Gorakhpur, UP. It was a small place where the angry mob, Indian mob or Indian people went and attacked the police station and they burned down the police station, killing 22 policemen. This event was intolerable for Mahatma Gandhi because Mahatma Gandhi believed in non-violence. Correct? And so he called back the movement. You got it? Very good. Okay. Alright. So depression was there. Next, it was during this time the Simon Commission was appointed. Simon Commission was appointed to see how well the administration of the country is going on. But there was one problem with the Simon Commission. What was that problem? Yes, Sonia, a problem? Yes, it was an all British, all white body and there was no Indians. How can you form up without any Indians? So naturally, problem. A lot of problem, Indians revolted. It was during this time Lord Irwin said, see, we will give dominion status to India. But he did not claim by when he will give dominion status to India. Moreover, Lord Irwin said to Mahatma Gandhi, come and attend the round table conference. Okay. So, Mahatma Gandhi anyhow. Wait, Ayush, first of all complete it and then you can ask your questions. Alright. Then he called, who goes to the round table conference, but in the round table conference, nothing happens. Yes. Now, after that, he comes back and then he sees that, oh my God, Congress is still suffering. So he writes a letter to Lord Irwin that, see, I am giving you 11 points, accept these 11 points. If you don't accept these 11 points, I will, start the civil disobedience movement. And he starts the civil disobedience movement. Okay. What is the difference between civil disobedience movement and non-cooperation movement? No, they don't go to the first one, they go to the second one. Civil disobedience and non-cooperation movement difference. Now, this question has been asked several number of times in your boards. Difference. What is the difference between civil disobedience movement and non-cooperation movement? Non-cooperation movement is do not cooperate with the British. Civil disobedience means break laws. Whatever laws are there, break it. Which was the first law that was broken by Mahatma Gandhi? Salt law. What was the salt law? What was the salt law? What was the salt law? That only Britishers could make salt, and moreover, salt, too much of what you say tax was imposed. So that made salt very expensive, and moreover, salt was such a product that was used by everyone, whether rich or whether poor. So now, if you're imposing so much of tax on salt, how will the poor bear that? Right? So slowly, this movement also started spreading. People boycotted foreign goods. Forest laws were violent, and definitely it worked. And however, now when the movement started gaining momentum, Mahatma Gandhi, etc., they were arrested. Women were beaten, children were beaten, people were arrested, and a lot of things happened. Okay, and in such a situation now, Gandhi said that, see, this cannot work. So he calls back. He says, okay, I'm taking back the movement because my men are suffering, my people are suffering. So finally, he signs an pact with Lord Irwin in 1931, and which the civil disobedience movement is called about. What about women? Women were also beaten. Women were also flogged. Now, one best thing about civil disobedience movement, you know what? Was the participation of women. Non-cooperation movement did not see participation of women to that extent as was recorded in the civil disobedience movement. Because in the civil disobedience movement, Gandhiji himself went to the people, went to the women, and they said, come on, come and join the political struggle. Yes, they also picketed shops. Did all the classes participate? No, not all the classes participated. Not all the classes participated. Now you should know, for example, all the rich peasants, they participated. Poor peasants, they were very uncertain. Businesses, they supported to an extent. After when the civil disobedience was called back, they stopped supporting the civil disobedience movement. Workers of the industries, the Congress did not entertain their demands. Alright? Women, definitely many came up in support of Mahatma Gandhi. They participated in the protests, manufacturing of soil, picketing of foreign shops, picketing of liquor shop, strike. Okay, in urban areas and rural areas, in both the sectors, women came up. They went to the jail also, and moreover, that Mahatma Gandhi basically talked to women saying that it is not only the household that you should be taking care of. You should also participate in the political movement. Okay? Why only rich peasants participated? See, rich peasants, your poor peasants basically, at a time when your 1929 event happened, that is your Great Depression happened. Alright, in Great Depression, the rich peasants, they suffered a lot. Alright, now they were hard hit, their trade suffered, they could not pay the revenue to the government. The government did not reduce the revenue. So all these rich peasants were completely broken. As a result, all these rich peasants thought that it is better that we support the movement. Which movement was called off? Civil disobedience movement was called off. Civil disobedience movement was called off because the Britishers started, suppressing the movement by huge amount. Okay, they started using brutal repressive measures. They fired on people, they were beating women, they were flogging children, they were arresting people. Alright, so naturally Gandhiji realized that the movement going out of hand. People are becoming angry, there were chances that violence may start, and also, moreover, he also realized that my people are suffering. So it is better to call off the movement. Business classes participated in the First World War in your civil disobedience movement, because what happened was that when this non-cooperation movement etc. started, from then on, people started or people stopped using foreign goods. Now, if people are stopping to use foreign goods, that means what? Native industry or Indian industries will develop. If Indian industries are developed, then definitely the business class will be gaining, because it is their industry. Correct? So naturally they thought that it is a very good thing. You know, we will support the civil disobedience movement also, because it will give a boost to our movement. It will give a boost to our economy. But I will start, Baba. But what happened when Mahatma Gandhi called back the movement? They said that, oh my God, what is this man doing? He's calling back the movement. I won't support anymore. Clear? All right. All right. So now the situation, how many of you in this chapter, I will just do the Dalit portion and then I'll move to the next chapter. How many of you have understood the Dalit section very well from this chapter? Yes, I'm just explaining. Very well. Okay. Who are Dalits, by the way? Who are Dalits, by the way? Untouchables. Okay, untouchables, low caste people. So basically, in this Dalit issue, there were two people who were actually talking. One was Mahatma Gandhi and the other was B.R. Ambedkar. There were two people who wanted the welfare of the Dalits, Mahatma Gandhi and Ambedkar. But the method by which the welfare of the low caste could be done differed. Mahatma Gandhi had a different view and Ambedkar had a different view. Okay. For example, Gandhi preferred calling the low caste people as Harijans. Harijans means God's own people. So if, what will I repeat? Who is this? Prabhupreet. What will I repeat? Prabhupreet. Dalits means untouchable low caste people. Now, both Mahatma Gandhi and Ambedkar, they wanted the welfare of the Dalits. But Gandhiji has a different take or a different method. Ambedkar had a different method. Gandhi called them Harijans, and he basically wanted that Harijans should also be a part of the normal group of people. They should be treated as the normal lot. Yes? Okay. In fact, Gandhi himself, he started cleaning toilets to show that untouchables are nothing different. They are the same. However, people like Ambedkar as well as the Dalit people wanted more. Dalits realized that just by all these stunts, their rights could not be fulfilled. Their welfare could not be fulfilled. So they wanted reserved seats in educational institutions and separate electorates. That means there will be such constituencies from where only people of the low caste will fight elections and people of the low caste will vote for them. Yes, but however, your Gandhi did not like this thing. Gandhi believed that if you are creating a divide, electorate means seat, separate seat. Okay, an area from where you vote. Harijans are people of the low caste people. Low caste people, untouchables are Harijans, people of God. Okay, Gandhiji said, see, don't make a separate group. Don't create separate electorate. Why? Because you are creating a divide. You are proving that they are separate from the normal people. But Ambedkar said, no, this should be it. And this is a basic reason why there was a lot of clash between Ambedkar and Gandhi. However, ultimately Ambedkar said, okay, whatever Gandhi is saying is all right. Okay, whatever Gandhi is saying is all right. So basically Ambedkar tries a middle path. What is this middle path? This middle path was drafted in the Pune Pact of 1932. Yes, very good, Nandita. It said that seats will be reserved for depressed classes, but voted in general electorate. Which means, for example, if I am voting for the Lok Sabha, if voting is going on for the Lok Sabha. In Lok Sabha, for example, there are 540 seats. Alright. Out of this 540 seats, electorate means all the people in the country or the area who are entitled to vote. Okay. So, Lok Sabha, for example, has 540 seats. So, out of this, I reserve 40 seats for Harijans. Okay, and who will vote for all these seats will be everyone, general people, all the people together. That means people of general plus your Harijans. It is nothing like that. Okay, now what Ambedkar was basically saying was separate electorate means that for that 40 seats that is reserved for the Harijans, only the Harijans will cast their vote. But this did not happen. Instead, this happened. This happened that out of the total number of seats, few seats will be reserved for the Harijans. However, the voting for that combined number of seats will be done by all. Yes, he went on to fast unto death. What, Akshat? What are you asking? I did not get your question. Why can't Harijans vote? Harijans are voting. But he is saying separately Harijans won't vote only for Harijans. What is happening in our India right now? When you stand in the queue to cast your vote, a person from general caste also casts his vote. A person from OBC caste also casts his vote. Do you see a separate line for the Harijans and a separate line for the generals? No, right? Together they are voting for the Lok Sabha. This is what happened in the Pune Pact. Yes, they are equal. Now clear? Yes, even general people can vote for Harijan candidate. Why? What? This is because Gandhiji did not want that clear difference between general and Harijan is established. So this middle path was found. Okay? Yes, Sonia, any problem? Why are you raising your hand? Okay. Now, this chapter is done. Some small parts might be left. So, I'll just slowly show you the leftover slides, you people can revise them on your own. I'll just go. This is your Pune Pact. Every detail is given. This is cultural nationalism. What is cultural nationalism? Reinterpretation of history. Some important questions. How did World War I prove to be a turning point? Main events of civil disobedience movement. Role of women in civil disobedience movement. What proposal made by Gandhiji to make non-cooperation movement? Analyze the circumstances. You can see the revision again. You can see the recordings again. No, don't take screenshots. No, you can see the revision again. All right. You can see the video. You will get the recorded version. No? So you can play that recorded version and see it. Okay. Yes, you will get the video, you will get the recorded version of the video. You can play them, pause them, take screenshot then. What do you mean by separate electorate? The answer is given. In the Lahore session of the Congress leaders demanded Purna Swaraj. From now on, the main aim of the Congress will be full independence. That is Lahore session. Exactly the same PPT will be there in your videos. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's quickly move to rise of nationalism in Vietnam. All those who have the Vietnam chapter, I will need your help. Okay, I need all of you to reply quickly. All right, we will do it in the form of ask and answer. Those who do not have the chapter, go and take a break, drink water, come back. Okay, Vietnam was under which country? France, right? But however, throughout history, it remained under the influence of China. Isn't it? The Chinese culture was very prominent in Vietnam. Just look at the slides. All right. When we are talking about Indo-China, Indo means Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. Vietnam was taken over by France. France tried to oppress, exploit Vietnam militarily, culturally, economically too. So there was this blind author, means poet, he talks about that people should not people should not accept colonialism. Correct? Blind poet, yes. Tuheen, any question? Tuheen, any question? Rise of nationalism in Indo-China. All right. So basically, they were exploiting Vietnam for everything for complete profit making. However, Favinash, rise of nationalism in Indo-China. If you have it in your syllabus, listen it. If you don't, take a break. They tried to also influence the culture by establishing education, but however, the main motive of establishing education was to show how French civilization was superior as compared to the Vietnamese education. Correct? So in schools also there was discrimination. Native Indians, native Vietnamese, they did not get that much of privilege. Syllabus was also biased. Syllabus was framed in such a way so as to prove that, the French civilization is so supreme. Vietnamese, they were snubbed down as to be unfit for anything. What did someone write? Okay. Moreover, if you're talking about rise of nationalism, in nationalism, education is also very important. So many of these schools, like your Tonkin school, apart from education, how to look modern, how to look Western, those were also taught. Here? Yes. Tonkin Free School. Now, however, it was in such a situation that one event is very important, that is your rat hunt. What happened? There was plague that was spread in the country. Plague spread in complete in Hanoi, and during this time, for the first time, that the natives came together, joined in a fool of the French, isn't it? They caught the rats, they fooled the French, and for the first time, the French realized that they were incapable to handle the situation. For the first time, the natives realized that if they could get together, they could easily defeat the French. Correct? Correct? Is this not correct? Yes. After this portion, whatever happened, I'm going to quickly write it down. So this will be a good read for you people. After this, what happens is your depression 1930 takes place in Vietnam. As a result of this, what happens? Economic condition betters or does it worsen? Economic condition, depression happens, so the situation betters. For the it happens, good happens. It actually suffers. There were two important places that were known as the electrical fuses. Isn't it? People started revolting against the French. What is happening? There is an economic depression. People are suffering and the French are unable to deal with this situation. Correct? Yes. So just like as it happened in India, you remember when the First World War happened, a leader emerged. Similarly, here in Vietnam, so another leader emerges. What is the name of this leader? What was the name of the leader who emerges? Ho Chi Minh comes up. Ho Chi Minh forms a body or he forms a party in the year 1930. What was the name of this party? What was the name of this party? Yes. Okay. Now till now, Vietnam had one enemy, France. From 1940, Vietnam gets another enemy. What is this enemy? Which enemy is this am I talking about? Which enemy am I talking about? Not USA? No, no, no. Japan. Correct. I'm talking about Japan. As a part of the Second World War, Japan comes and takes over Vietnam. So basically now the nationalists or the people of Vietnam have two enemies. One enemy is France, the other enemy is Japan. Okay. However, Japan was defeated by Japan because Japan came and took over Vietnam because Vietnam provided a wonderful strategic position to get into a lead to the Western countries. Okay, in Second World War, what was happening? Every country was trying to bring more countries under its control to establish political supremacy as well as to get control of the resources of that place. Very good, Vaishnav. So, as a strategic measure, it went and attacked Vietnam. After this, Jay, after this, okay. So Japan was defeated by your Viet Minh. Viet Minh defeated Japan in the year 1945. Correct? After this, something else was established. Now, when Japan is defeated, something is established. What is established? That is the Communist Party of Vietnam, was also known as the Viet Minh. Democratic Republic of Okay. Now this is formed under your Ho Chi Minh. Now I feel those who have attempted this chapter, you people have not revised this chapter well, right? You people have not revised this chapter well, it seems. So Democratic Republic of Vietnam is established under Ho Chi Minh. However, now, so earlier there were two enemies, France and Japan. Now Japan is defeated, only France is there. So now you have France versus Ho Chi Minh. Okay, listen to this very carefully. Now Ho Chi Minh has come to power with the establishment of Democratic Republic of Vietnam. Do you think France is going to accept that? Do you think France is going to accept that? No. So what does France do? France, tries to push Ho Chi Minh towards the North Vietnam. Okay. So what happens after a limit, after a level, communist regime remains centered in North, and in the south of Vietnam you have the France in control. Alright. However, the communists, they defeat the French in the battle of Dien Bien Phu. Yes, how many of you remember Dien Bien Phu? In the year 1954. After 1954, basically what happens, North comes under communist and South comes under Bao Dai, supported by France. Yes, and the border of 17-degree latitude serves as the difference, or it serves as the distinction between North and South. Okay, Bao Dai is replaced by another leader. What is the name of that leader? No, then Diem. Was he a good ruler? Was he a good ruler? No, he was not a good ruler. So basically your NLF or your National Liberation Front finally joins hands with the communists to topple the government of No Then Diem. In this situation, another country makes its entry in USA. What is the name of that country? USA. USA makes its entry and establishes itself against the communists. So you have France and USA versus the communists. However, this war continues for a very long time. It was a very, very bloody war, and finally, because of international pressure, USA has to quit. USA quits the movement. And finally, the war comes to an end with a treaty. What was the name of the treaty? What was the name of the treaty by which it comes to an end? What is the name of the treaty by which war comes to an end? Geneva? Oh my God, so many names. So you people will see and tell me this. Alright. So this chapter ends here. Alright. So let's quickly see the Franco-Chinese War is in your syllabus. Franco-Chinese War is in your syllabus. Who said Franco-Chinese War? No questions have come till date. No need to study. It is given, but there is no need to study because no questions till date have come on Franco-Chinese War. Ho Chi Minh Trail is very important because Ho Chi Minh Trail was a link by which the northern Vietnam kept contact with southern Vietnam, and this route passed through Cambodia, etc. Basically, it connected the path, goods, necessities, they moved on from North to South Vietnam. Alright? Here? Noam Chomsky is a philosopher, he's a US philosopher, he's known to be the father of modern linguistics. Alright, now if you people are having any kind of confusion regarding what kind of questions are going to come up, okay, don't confuse. So this is the list of, now listen to this, I will come to maps later, listen to this, look at this very carefully. These are the only questions that have come up from this chapter, that is the Vietnam chapter, in the last 5 years. I have made a list for you, so don't get confused. I am trying to make the best utilization of this 1.5 hours to help you people as much as I can. I am giving it to you, see. I don't have to mail it. See, when this class will come to an end, automatically you people will get to see the recorded version of the same class. So naturally, when you will play the class, you will see all these questions again. I cannot mail it. I have so many students, I have 173 students in this batch. So you see what are the questions? You will get the recording after you finish the class. It will come in your dashboard only. All the answers of these questions are available on the Merit Nation site. All these questions answers are available on the Merit Nation site. Yes, questions are there for all the chapters. Do not worry. Now, this is the question from the chapter of India. So, this is the, see, I am showing it to you. These are the questions that have come up from the chapter of India. First war to be broadcasted was the Vietnam War. Maximum how many marks? See, every year you will get one marker question, one 3-marker question, another 5-marker question from the same chapter. So from every chapter you will get around 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-mark question will be there. Okay. Now I have to move on quickly to the next chapter, otherwise I won't get time to do the next chapter. The role of the Trung sisters was relentlessly fought against, the Trung sisters had fought against the Chinese domination from 39 to 45 BC, from 39 to 45 AD, and was highlighted in the play written by Phan Boi Chow. It is believed that the Trung sisters made a force of 30,000 people to fight the Chinese, and when they were defeated, they committed suicide. So they were considered to be true patriots, and even they are idealized. Correct, Trung sisters? Okay. Now let me go to the first chapter first, and then I will come up. Okay. Nationalism. What was there? Now everyone, the Europe chapter, come on quickly. What was there in Europe? Firstly, there were different dynasties that were ruling over various small states. Empires were basically ruled by monarchs. Alright. So now if you see the map of Europe before and if you see the map later, you see earlier the map looked like something like this. Now it has broken down. Why? Because different empires have established an identity with the spirit of nationalism, have claimed their independence. Clear? Yes? Okay. Now what was the reason that led to the rise of nationalism? The main reason was first of all French Revolution. In the French Revolution, the demand of liberty, equality, fraternity was rising. What happened, Vaishnav? You're not happy. You're not happy. Yes? Where did Vaishnav go? Thank you so much. So I won't waste time listening to compliments. Vaishnav is not happy. Only student not happy. Okay, whatever. So people were inspired by the ideas of Rousseau, Montesquieu law, and basically what happened, because of the spirit of liberty, equality, fraternity, finally your Louis XVI was overthrown. After it was overthrown, France became independent. The result, it inspired the other nations to also do that. However, in France, after the end of French Revolution, Napoleon comes to power. Napoleon definitely does a lot of good things. He passes the Napoleonic Code, but however, there were a lot of problems with him also. The only basic problem, the biggest problem with him was his ambition. He wanted control of every nation. However, after the defeat of Napoleon, finally, that Napoleon was defeated. Also, during this time, what happened? That the aristocratic people were the leaders in Europe. The lower caste people, they felt aloof. It was also during this time that the middle class was rising in power. Why? Because the industrial revolution had happened. Liberal ideas were developing. Middle class people, or the bourgeois people, they were neither very rich, they were neither very poor, but definitely they were, and they realized that the spirit of nationalism is going to rise only when people realize they realize the concepts of liberty, equality, fraternity, when they realize that how united they should be. That if they stand united, the spirit of nationalism will help them to establish nation states. Here, okay, from here the development of the idea of liberalism comes up. So, liberalism means freedom, equality, support of free market, government by consent, people's government, democracy, private rights, and all these things. Okay, there should be complete separation of liberty. There should be separation between executive, judiciary, and your legislature. So these were the things that were demanded. However, even till now, if you see the condition of Europe, everybody did not have the rights. Voting rights were not available. And in such a situation, I'm talking about establishment of a nation state. Big deal. Correct? So it was during this time, women, they revolted. Rights. People who did not have property, they said, give us right to voting. Alright? Correct? It was in such a situation that finally states started coming together. Okay, attempts for economic liberalism was done for the first time. After the fall, when Napoleon finally falls, there was the rise of conservatism. Many people realized that liberalism was working well, but however, a person like Napoleon comes to power. So it is very essential that we establish monarchy again. So comes up conservatism. Till here clear? Till here it is clear? So finally conservatism is sealed in the Congress of Vienna, by which what is done? Bourbon dynasty is brought to power. Which dynasty is brought to power? Which dynasty is brought to power? Fraternity means brotherhood. Bourbon dynasty is brought to power. Now when the conservative dynasties or monarchy comes to rule, again they are conservative. They won't let anyone speak, they won't let anyone criticize, they won't let anyone oppose. Bad situation again. Okay, so again you see the rise of liberal nationalists. They started revolt. This was the spirit of revolutions. Revolutions happened in the 30s, revolutions happened in 1948. What is Napoleonic? Okay, this is the Napoleonic Code. Have a look at it. Come on. Okay, here, why did the revolt of 1930s happen? In the Treaty of Vienna, finally conservative regime was established. Liberalism took a backseat. Conservatism came to the forefront, by which monarchy was again established. And here, monarchy, it is the most important international conferences. It was made to, establish the balance of Europe after the fall of Napoleon. Britain, Russia, Austria participated in it. It was by Metternich. What was the goal? The goal was to establish balance of power, prevent any political revolutions in the future, and these are the basic decisions taken. Napoleon was defeated. Napoleon was defeated in the war. Okay. So why did the revolt of 1830s happen, by the way? Who will tell me? Yes. Why did the revolt of 1830s happen? Why did the revolt of 1830s happen? Because of conservatism. Conservative government were unable to deal with the economic hardships that were taking place. So as a result of it, there were several, protests that started happening. Basically, it was because of economic hardship. Population was rising. There were more people who were asking for jobs than the jobs available. Conservative regime was unable to deal with such a situation. As a result of it, various people started striking against conservative regime and started establishing their independence. One such country was the Greek War of Independence, or that happened in Greece. Greece established its independence by the Treaty of Constantinople. Clear? Now this is in details. If you have any confusion, this is the revolt of 1830. Angry liberal revolutionaries protested against the rule of King Leader Philip, and he was finally removed. Okay. Now this much details, if you see, is not even given in your textbook. So please refer to the slides. These are very well made ones. Okay. Romanticism I will do later on. What happened in the revolt of 1848? Who will tell me what was the revolt of 1848? Yes. And who actually organized the revolt of 1848? Who were the uneducated people or the educated people? The educated people, educated middle class, they organized the revolt. Okay. What was the basic demand of the revolt of 1848? What was the demand? Yes, very good. Constitution. What else? National unification and establishment of nation state. So what were the three demands of the revolt of 1848? Come on, quickly you will write it down. Quickly you will write it down. Quickly write. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Now, in this chapter, establishment of nation state. Now, will you people listen to me very carefully? How many of you ready to listen to me? In this chapter, if you see, every year, out of these three questions, one question will definitely come. Unification of Germany, or unification of Italy, or unification of Britain. So please be thorough with these three questions, as well as the portion on Greece. Greek War of Independence, unification of Italy, unification of Germany, or unification of Britain. So let's see the questions. Come on. Greece has come in 2016. Okay. So one. All right. Italy has come up in 2016. Okay. Again, Germany has come up in 2015. In 2014 again, Italy has come up. Germany has come up 2012. Yes, these are 5-mark questions. Again, Italy has come up in 2012. Okay, I will just show you. Need not worry. I will show all the slides. I will show you. This is the making of Germany. So have a glimpse of it. All of you have revised the chapter. The slides will just help you to have a quick recap. Okay. What happened in Italy? Italy, different portions being ruled by different kingdoms. Sicily is being ruled by Bourbons, Sardinia by Savoy, Papal States by the Pope, Lombardy by Habsburg. Okay. However, who are the three heroes? Cavour, Mazzini, Garibaldi. Listen. What? You want to see the previous slide? Okay. Yes, you have to. Okay, just through the slides I'm showing you, because if you go through the slide, you will see that everything has been given in too much details. It will help you to score better. Bismarck, I don't think so. Too many detailed questions will come on Bismarck. They can ask you who's Bismarck. That is it, Anna. Of Great Britain. Okay, why do we say that the unification of Great Britain was very different from the other unifications? One question can come up, right? Why do you think the unification of Britain was very different from the other unifications? Dominance, yes. Yes, it is different. Avinash, it is a bit different. What is so different? Come on, think. Why do we say that the revolt of Britain was a bit different? No idea? No. First of all, there was no revolution. Was there any kind of revolution? It was a long drawn process that was continuing for a very long time. In the other countries, for example, like France, there was revolt. People were revolting. Here it was a process. Second thing is that here it was done with the help of a parliament. In other places, if you see, whether it was in Germany or whether it was in Italy, there were protests that happened. Instead, in Britain, how was it done? It was done through parliamentary acts. This is what happened. Another thing is that this one is very different, or Britain is very different, because suppression was used. British Parliament actually suppressed the distinctive cultures of Scotland, of Ireland. Yes, isn't it, Adila? Moreover, it established a separate culture, the British culture, English culture, like the British flag, anthem, language. These were all imposed. So this is the 4 reasons why this revolt is very different. What you people have not studied yet. Now I am very sure. Okay? Alright. Next important question that usually comes up, or it might come up, not very sure. Vaishnav, where did you go? I just pointed out, I thought of you were very angry with me and you went off. Okay. Now, why do you think tensions emerged in Balkan region? Why do you think tensions emerged in the Balkan region? Who will give me a point? First point. First is basic of ethnic variations. Don't you think? Because if you see, if this entire Balkan region, if you see, there were people from different ethnic groups. Yes, there were people from Romania, Bulgaria. Means all these regions presently is your Balkan. So Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, all these regions, people of all these races, they used to stay there. Yes, so there were ethnic variations. Second is, disintegration of Ottoman. Now, till now, all these ethnic groups were under the Ottoman or the Persians. Now, when the Ottoman dynasty was defeated or it crumbled, so naturally all these ethnic identities did not know. They all wanted to claim themselves. Oh, I want to take the power. No, I want to be independent. So, chaos. Chaos. So when there is a chaos in the country, the first people to attack are the foreign countries. So all the foreign countries, they started, oh my God, there is chaos in the Balkan. Let me take over this portion. Britain said, oh, let me take over this portion. Germany said, oh, let me take over this portion. So there was interference. Lot of problem. Okay. Next is mutual jealousy. Okay, all these big powers like Russia, Germany, all these foreign countries, they said, oh, you are taking over this much portion of Balkan. I want more. So naturally, what will happen? Tensions will emerge in the Balkans. Simple, clear, done. Now, out of this entire, I don't know how I have completed the entire syllabus. At last, this Balkan tension actually escalates into the First World War. Just remember this much. Now, it is a tremendous task to finish off this entire portion in half an hour. Believe me. Okay. For your map pointing, points come up only from the Nationalism in India chapter. I will just mark those points which are written. There is no need to mark or practice any other point. Okay. Now, the centers of civil disobedience movement, this usually does not come up. Alright. This does not come up. Important centers of non-cooperation movement. Which are the points that you will remember is Bombay, Madras, Calcutta, Chauri Chaura, Lahore, Amritsar, Nagpur is important. Surat, Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is important. Okay. Out of this, no other place is important. Varanasi, no. Champaran and Khera is important. Again, here I have another map. Important centers, Amritsar, Chauri Chaura, Champaran in Bihar is important. Salt March, Dandi is important. No tax campaign, Bardoli is important. Cotton mill satyagraha, Gujarat, peasant satyagraha, Khera. So basically, if you see the maximum number of points that have been there to mark is in Gujarat. So you have Dandi, Bardoli, Khera, Ahmedabad. Clear? Now, important sessions of the Congress. In important session, Calcutta session of the Congress is important. Nagpur session of the Congress is important. Lahore session of the Congress is important. Does anyone know why the Belgaum session of Congress is important? Belgaum also you can practice. Apart from it, Bombay session, because it was the first session of the Congress that took place in Bombay. Nothing else. Belgaum session is important because here in this session of the Congress, actually here Mahatma Gandhi had presided over the Congress session. So that is the reason it is important. Otherwise, it has never come up. But Ahmedabad is important. Why? Because of the cotton mill strike. Ahmedabad won't come up for your Congress session. Madras is also important. Madras you can practice. Why is Madras session important? Any idea? 1927, I think so. One session had happened. Yes. Why is it important? You know. This was the first time in the Congress session that a Muslim had presided over the Congress session. This was Badruddin Tayyabji. Badruddin Tayyabji was the first Muslim to have presided over a Congress session. See, in Indo-China, there is no specific point that I can give you a hint. I have shown you all the important questions from these chapters, both of these chapters. Remember, study everything. Because if you see the last 5 years question paper, the questions have come up from every topic. Every topic. However, in your Vietnam, education, religion, women. These three portions have come up most frequently. For your India wala section, Mahatma Gandhi is important. One question related to Khilafat movement comes up definitely. Then let me just move to the. See, Purna Swaraj has come up. Rowlatt Act is important. Salt March is important. How did the different social groups act? Non-cooperation. First World War. Mahatma Gandhi. What was the cause of the breakdown of the non-cooperation movement? How did the people, civil disobedience? Where did he organize it? What is this idea of Satyagraha? Indira, learn what are the different his different views. His idea of what is Satyagraha, what is non-violence, what is passive resistance, etc. Okay, so these are the other questions. Now you can practice on your own. Okay, thank God I'm so tired. I have been speaking for 1 hour, 1.5 hours continuously. I hope so you people have liked the class. I don't know, whatever little I could do in 1.5 hours I have done. I have showed you all the slides that was prepared. So you can go through the slides. Please go through the slides. Not just go through the slides, please go through the slides. They will be really very helpful. For maps, there is for Europe chapter, no need to practice map. For Indo-China, no need to practice maps. Maps will only come up from India chapter. Okay? So at the end of the class, if you want, thank you so much. You can, when the class ends up, they ask for your feedback. You can give your feedback. There is a star rating that comes up. So if you have liked the class, you can give 5. If you did not like the class, give 1. Means if the teacher was very bad, give 1. If you think that the teacher taught you okay, good, all right, enough, give 3. And if you feel the class was very interesting, you can give 5. Okay? Chalo. Ta-da! Bye-bye. Thank you. We'll come back with geography also. So in the geography, you know, in what happens in history, the classes are really very long. You know, the chapters are very long. In geography, I will get more time. We'll move more slowly and we'll practice more of maps. Okay? Good night, everyone. Ta-da! Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye bye everyone. Bye.